I just wanted to say real quick, if you follow this channel, besides comic books, uh, I was in the music world for a little bit. Yes, I was in a band. It's a long running, funny theme here with the show. I just want to talk a little bit about what happened the other day at Astroworld with a performer named Travis Scott. I just want to say real quick that what happened was a complete travesty, and it should never have happened. If anybody goes to concerts and has gone to concerts for a while, especially in the metal world, I'm a front man of a metal band. I've been to many concerts, uh, festivals, big shows, small shows. I've been in front of thousands of people performing, and there's absolutely no excuse for what happened at that show. You had people dying young as 8 years old. Kids going to a concert for the first time with their family or their dads, parents. It should be a fun time. It should be a safe time. Every time I've been at a show, mosh pits, I've seen people beat the fuck out of each other. Uh, but the one thing you always did, if you saw somebody fall down, you picked them up. Usually, two, three people. Never see a guy land on the ground for very long. You never rush the stage like I've heard or read with total disregard for those there at the concert with you. It's a complete lack of respect for your fellow concert goers, especially kids in the crowd. And to Travis Scott, I don't give a fuck what he is doing right now. I hear that he was going to pay for the funerals for those that lost their lives. Well, you fucking better. And you better get ready to get your ass sued as well. Because as a performer, as a frontman for a band, his number one job, besides performing, is to watch out for that crowd. And you can see everybody from that stage. All right? You can see everything that goes on. Someone falls down and you don't see him get back up, you can stop the crowd. You have the ability because you have the mic in your hand. All right? People listen to the front man. You can have thousands of people at the palm of your hand. You can stop it for any reason, safety reasons especially. And when you have people asking you to stop the concert because there's shit going on in the back, and at that point, when people were asking him to stop, there was already casualties, and he didn't stop the show. In fact, I heard him say something that you knew what you were getting into when you came here. Are you fucking kidding me? That dude should be sued. He should have charges brought against him because he could have saved lives at this show. And then I heard that he posted something before the show on social media saying to storm the gates when his set started. Utter lack of respect for your fans, for the safety of others, and it's utter horseshit. You would never see this happen at a metal show or an alternative show or anything else. So it pisses me off of being a former frontman of a band, and you paying customers that want to enjoy the show. And I've had kids come to our shows, metal shows, where you got guys moshing and kicking the shit out of each other. And never once has anyone ever gotten hurt to the point where you have to suffer a casualty or see someone die out in the crowd. It pisses me off like no other. It really does. I am utterly disgusted. Anyway, I just want to say that. I got guys sitting in the back. So co-hosting the show with me tonight is my good friend Steve.
What's
Welcome
going
to the show.
on,
How you doing?
man? I was hoping you were gonna have some comments about that. Truth be told, um, I heard about it and I was all like, a mosh pit at a rap concert that led to that. Like, out of all the things that comes to mind, you don't necessarily think like at a rap show this would happen. Like, I've been to all other kinds of metal shows in my experience, and I agree with you. People are watching out for one another. They're concerned about everybody's well being. If you see somebody on the ground, you pick them up. Like, the total disregard of like human life and respect for others is just thrown out of the window. Why? Because of this douche canoe?
I know it's like I said, it's utter horseshit, man. Like I've seen And I bring up metal specifically because that's the genre of music.
Yeah,
I
because
was in.
usually it's the one that gets the most flack with having the most aggressive mosh pits in
It
those
absolutely
kind of
does.
scenarios.
And it has aggressive mosh pits. It does. It really does. But every single time somebody goes down, you see people pick up complete strangers.
So at least pick them up and move them back or move them out of the way.
There is an inherent built-in care for each other when you're in the crowd, you know, because you're all there to have fun. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. Yeah, you might hit each other in the mosh pit, but that's it. That's you're getting your emotions out. It's all good. But I've never read something so horrible that it made me want to cry when I was reading the article of the people that died, especially the age of the people that died.
Well, it just
And
doesn't make
thinking
any.
to myself that you're at a show that should be fun, and
It's a
instead
rap
you're getting
concert.
trampled. And I'm not a big fan of rap, but I just feel
But
like
I don't understand. Like, I get it at metal shows. I get it at punk shows. I get it at hardcore shows. Like, rap? Like, really, you rushed the stage for rap?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's even if you did rush the stage, all right, you don't run over people. This isn't a fucking
And I get
hysterical thing where someone's running for something bad to happen. Like there's a shooter or an explosion. You're trying to get the fuck out of there. You're trying to get to a fucking stage, and you're running over people. And someone's on the ground, and you just continue to go over them. Multiple people on the ground. You go over to them. You got people crying and yelling because they can't breathe, and you don't do a goddamn thing. That says something to the people that go to these shows specifically of their utter disrespect for the lives and safety of others at that show. You never see it happen at a metal show. And I'm so sick and tired of seeing the articles out there. And all you can see examples of all of these metal bands stopping shows when you see a guy get hurt, utterly stop the show. Because it's not about you at that point. It's about who's in the crowd. It's about safety. And you make sure that they're taken care of before you go on with your performance. And that's not what this dude did. This motherfucker didn't do a goddamn thing when people were dying in his fucking crowd.
Kids.
And that's why I'm fucking pissed off at.
And now
kids,
all of us
8-year-old, 14-year-olds dying in that crowd because that dude wouldn't do his duty, which is to safety and stop that fucking show.
Regardless of the music or anything that we like or the disconnect, the thing is that you're coming home from is that you were an entertainer. It was your responsibility. They were here to see you, and it was your forum. And he failed on all accounts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just
I've witnessed it. I've witnessed other shows get out of hand here in the SoCal scene. I've watched bands literally stop and go, hey, knock that shit off, or let that guy get out. We're going to stop, and then we'll start again.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wasn't planning on bringing it up, but I didn't have anybody waiting backstage, so I just wanted to talk about it because it just popped in my head.
You're getting all your band. I was in a band angst out, so I get it.
Well, being a front man who, when you're at a show, I cared for each and every person that came to the show to see us play and spent money to see us play and to buy our merch.
A smart businessman and a smart acumen, being a front man of a band, you want everybody to go home safe. You don't want the reputation that you're the guy that, oh wow, my kid got hurt. They have an arm in a sling now because they were at your show.
Yeah. We've had little kids come to our shows before. And what we did, one, I loved seeing kids at the show. It was so cool. I would bring them up front and they would sit on the stage and they could watch the show right from there. Free, safe from the crowd. The crowd could still have its fun. The kids got to have a great experience. Nobody got hurt. Memories were made. That's what it should be. Not the fact that you died at your first concert or that your kid is no longer with you because
you're a parent and you took your kid's best friend and now that kid's best friend's dead and now your kid has survivor's guilt because they went to a Travis Scott concert.
Exactly, crazy man. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You don't see this shit happen at a heavy metal show. But all right, I want to get off this subject because I'm gonna calm myself down here for a second.